Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of The Journey. It's your host, Matthew the Ding Dong, and today's video, 16, I can't do that with fingers, I only got, 10 fingers, and today's video is about DAWs. So I mentioned this however long ago in my two-part video on what you'll need for voice acting, because that's what this whole shtick is. And one of them is called a DAW, which is this. A DAW stands for a digital audio workstation. My dumbass thought it was a digital audio workshop. Close enough, but you want to get it right when you're trying to, teach people. Or, tell them what you know so they know as well. You got to level with them. Anywho, I digress. So this will be the program in which you will be recording yourself on. We're going to do a demonstration of what I know, what I can do, which is very little. We're going to talk about multiple different other DAWs because there are so many. And I'm only going to pick 5 because, again, there are so many. So, this is Audacity. This is free, 100% free. I use this because I was shown this, I think, about 10 years ago by my friend. And I said, oh, it's free? And he taught me a little bit of how to do it. He's like, here's the record button, and you speak like a gabagoolin idiot. Hey, see, there you go. Mama Luigi, we're going to have some spaghetti tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to shut up now. Delete that. Get out of here. Shut up. I know. I hit the delete button too much. So, I use this one free, too, because, it's actually great for me because, like I said, I spent most of my money on building this. That sounded really hollow. And I tried to make the cut somewhere. I didn't want to, go overboard with my booth because I was told, yeah, you don't want to invest too much in it. Sometimes you could just use a closet, blah, 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 blah. I'm digressing again. But this is also, I read it somewhere. I think it was in my book, which I will recommend later at the end of the video. I'll tell you and show you that Audacity is one of the most worldwide uses because it's free, it's good, it does what it needs to do. The only reason why that some people recommend higher is because, excuse me, that was very rude. Because it's a little, not downgrade, it's like it does the job, but it's not on par with what the others we're gonna see do. So, with that in mind, let's talk about all the 5 DAWs I have selected for you folks, or I have picked out. So obviously, here's Audacity. Here's the website. You can download the latest thing. You can look at everything right here. They got their downloads, frequently asked questions. They have it for both Windows and Mac, as far as I know. Let me see. Hold on. There you go. Windows, Mac, iOS, and Linux. Who I've never met anyone who's ever used Linux, but there's that. They also have a bunch of tutorial reasons. They have a whole hell of... They even have their own community, which is awesome. So there's Audacity. There's nothing more that needs to be said. It is free, it's widely used, and it's good. That's all that you need to really know, right? Yes. Where's the bad sides? Like I said, it's a little on the downgrade. It's good for your good stepping stone. After that, you don't want to pick beyond this. And what I was also taught in both my classes, and this is also a personal thing, is when you're going to have to learn to do, for voice acting, you're going to have to become a somewhat of a sound engineer yourself, just a little bit. Not like too nitty gritty what the professionals do. They'll pull up the graph and be like, all right, the bit depth of minus 32 was a little low. We're going to raise it, but 64 was a little high, so we're going to lower that too. All right, here we go. Oh wait, negative 67 is down. That's not a real thing, but still. Along the lines of that, you don't need to do that. You just need to do stuff like, here. Ah! And they're like, oh, that's a little loud. Let's do noise reduction. Ooh, get noise profile. All right. Okay, apply. There, just shrunk it. Woohoo! There's also something you can do, which I'm gonna show you. I'm again jumping the gun. But there's more in-depth programs. The next one that everyone probably knows is Adobe. They do so much more than just this. Is Adobe Audition. My biggest complaint with these, I know I shouldn't start with this, is I think it was the last 5 or 6 years. I can't remember how long it's been now. Adobe switched from you straight up buy their program, you have it, to subscription based, which is good. Ooh, I don't want to explore more. Which is good because then, like, you don't have to buy Adobe Audition 2015 if you have 2014. You don't need to buy that. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it. You don't have to keep buying the next year. And I guess that's where Adobe said, yeah, we're kind of not making money. So they switched to subscription-based, meaning they just keep the same program. They just keep updating it, and you're subscribed for a month. Why? Because look at the price. It's probably cheaper in America because, well, their dollar's better than ours. Our Canadian dollar sucks ass. And obviously, if you've worked with Adobe, you know Adobe, then honestly, go with what you like. This is all about your personal preference. So there's another one, is Cubase. Is it Cubase? Yes. I don't know. See, the thing is, I'm not good at explaining you because I only know the one. But from what I've seen and or heard, like, these are good for, like, professional grade studio recording software that they use. This, I heard Apple Logic Pro is the best in the world, or one of the best in the world. That's phenomenal because, Apple is really good, with their audio, their AI, their cameras, which is, that's great. That's a big-ass thing in the world we do right now. The only thing is Apple only, so Mac or iOS. These are all, I'm pretty sure these are multi-platform or what's the friggin' word? Whatever, like Windows operating system, OS. These are all multi. This is not multi. This is singular for Apple only, which I can get because that's Apple. That's them. They want to be them only. So obviously there's more. There's Cubase. I heard this is just a very horribly searched quick Google search. Apparently Hans Zimmer, the beautiful music composer, he uses Cubase. A lot of artists use Pro Tools, I heard. There's another one I heard that people use a lot is Reaper. But like I said, I've just named what? I've just named and showed and done 5, and I've named a 6th one. Beyond this, beyond what they are, I don't know what more bonuses they offer because I've only used Audacity. So I can freely say, Audacity, here you go. And yeah, so we're gonna close all these here, but we're just gonna show you Reaper DAW. There you go. See, I heard Reaper's really good too. And a lot of these are more music based, but honestly, it's anything for audio, because that was a really stupid thing for me to say. These are all audio. You can use friggin' Audacity for just music, but I heard the other ones are better for me. This is great for just auto recording. Like speaking, voiceover, voice acting. So now let's get into Audacity. So when you come to Audacity, you literally open it up to this. It's a blank gray screen that looks as bland as a saltless cracker. Yes, I'm using that again as my analogy. So what you want to do when you right click, I don't know what a label track is. It just does this. You just create labels saying pee pee poo poo. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't need to know this. Maybe I do, or just not yet, or I haven't gone to that part yet. There's stereo, which is left and right earphone audio. But for our case, in voice acting, we record in mono 1. So it automatically comes out for both headphones. So when we go, we're going to do We're going to do mono track. So you have a bunch of these tools up here. You're probably wondering, why did I board this spacecraft? I don't friggin' know what in the schmell I'm doing. So the first thing you want to do ever is, I can't physically show it because it's plugged in and it's right here underneath by my leg. And it's my audio interface. The first thing you want to do is you want to set up that your audio interface, your host is MME, your playback device is your Scarlett Solo, which is in this case, that's mine, that's my audio interface. And obviously in your system settings, you are on it as well. Now I can't remember where else. I think it's preferences you want to do. Playback device, the recording. I think it is, or audio settings. You want to make sure that, and your headphone is obviously going to still be this as well. It's your microphone's going to be Your microphone's going to be plugged into the audio, and everything's going to want to come through your audio interface. And here's another thing, is this is industry standard. Project sample rate now is 48,000 hertz, and your sample bit rate is 24. What does that mean? I don't know. That's a lot of high-techy stuff that my feeble brain does not comprehend. And when they ask, I just look up, and they'll say, how do I do this? And when I look these up, when I showed you my videos a couple videos ago on references, on those videos I should have shared because I'm a numpty, they were talking about all this. They're talking about all this stuff right here. You'll hear this a lot in your class. They don't go into it because sometimes that's a little too much for our knowledge. You just need to know how to export it, which we'll talk about. Cancel. So, first thing, obviously, let's just say you got your audio interface, it's connected, you got your green lights, your microphone set up, you want to do a test recording. What I usually do is my mic's usually right about here. You want to make sure whenever you're recording, I'm going to angle the mic, you don't want to be too close to your aiming the microphone. Sorry if I deafened you. The appropriate distance is you do this. Like you're saying, hello, who's that, governor? And you adjust your microphone so that it's from pinky hitches or just near your microphone to about the lower level of your lip or right here in your dimple chin. Now, you can go far, or the other one is 2 fists. Like that, if that helps. 2 fists like this. You want to maintain that distance as well as your volume. Me, I'm very inconsistent in learning. Sometimes I'm like, he went to the store to I go from literally like, it's not good. Sorry if I've deafened and I'm ruining your ears with the microphone. I sincerely apologize. But with that in mind, that's one good tip that I was always taught from both my classes, and I've been trying to, I do keep. The only thing is my inconsistency in volume, as well as pacing. Yeah, but I'm getting better. Every time I'm applying for jobs, I'm getting better. And, yeah. So, now you've done your test mic. We go, hold on, let's just do this. See, we're about, Hello, everyone. Welcome to a video of me being an idiot. It's your host, Idiot Boy Jr. So obviously you saw, whoa, that's really loud. Hello, See, I do that without my headphones on. That's loud. So if you want, you can push the mic away or you can step back a little bit. Or this, you don't actually want to do that. The best thing is, there's the volume knob, or it's called the gain. It's the knob closest to where you plug your microphone into your interface. You lower that. That is what levels it registers your voice. If it's all the way to the left, it's not going to pick up your voice at all. It may pick up a faint little whisper of a mouse going, ee, ee, ee. But if it's all the way to the right, it will literally hear you doing, it'll hear that tiny little scratch noise, and it'll be like, holy moly, shut the hell up, you're loud. It's like, I just scratched my arm very, softly. So you do got to be mindful of your gain levels. When I was recording, when I was first testing out the first month before I was applying for jobs, my gain level was I was told keep it at 12 o'clock, a neutral position. Mine was like this because I didn't set up my mic properly, and it was just horrible. So I kept having to scream into the microphone, and it was just not fun. And then, obviously, I tinkered around, and I figured it out, and I was like, oh, thank the nine divine, I fixed it. So, there's that. And then we're going to go now into, let's just do some general tweaking that I do. So let's just record, let's just pull up a random note I have here. Sure, hurdle, we'll just reread this. Hurdle number 1, general practice. Get a feel for hearing your own voice, recording, voices, characters, and acting as a whole. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm kind of loud here. Hurdle number 1, general practice. Get a feel for hearing your own voice, recording, voices, characters, and acting as a whole. See, I sound like a bubbling moron. So it's like, wow, okay, this part is all really loud. So what you obviously want to do is always leave. I didn't do it clearly because I'm really bad. I'm still, trying to practice this. Is you want to leave at least, I think it's 2 to 3 seconds of silence at the start of your audio, just to get that space, and then hold on, and as well as a couple, maybe 2-3 seconds at the end. Now you're also wondering, you weren't supposed to talk, idiot boy. Well, guess what? There's a tool right here. So with your cursor, you hold down and you just like you're highlighting it. Cool, right? You can also, while it's there, just drag this. Oh, I did too much. Oh, I did too little. Let's go the whole way. Easy peasy, right? And you click this tool, which is, I can't remember, it's like a silence audio selection, and boom, it mutes it to a straight level of 0. So like this, you see this bar? Oh, that's not good. And that means my noise ceiling is a little high. It's a little high. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I was entertaining myself. Other things too is, you see this is a split thing. Every time you stop and re-record, so here, we'll go again. So we recorded ourselves, and then we did that. We did the silence, and then, okay, we record again. Oh, here we are. We're recording again. See how it splits it up into audio 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 1 of 3? You want to join those? You just highlight over the 2 lines, right-click, join, or in this case, as my teacher in Josie just said, kill your mouse. Use the shortcuts, the hotkeys on your keyboard. Control-J, join. Do that again. Control-J. If you want to split it up, just put the bar wherever. Don't drag it. Just click it. Say you want to go at 11 seconds. There you go. Good enough. Control-I for split. Or if you want, go over here. Split. There you go. So now you're probably wondering, let's get rid of all this. And if you want to delete, highlight over the area, delete. Let's rejoin these. Control-J. Let's highlight. Audacity's weird with its noise canceling. So let's go to 10.5. Excuse me, I keep burping hippie. So we go to Effects. Excuse me. Noise reduction and repair. Noise removal and repair. Noise reduction. First, in Audacity, I don't know about other DAWs. This is the only one I know. You got to set these levels to your thing. This was mine. I think that's a little much. Or little. Again, I don't know. Get a noise profile. I don't know why I'm speaking there. Get a noise profile. Meaning you're telling the program being, all right, this is what we're trying to get in silence. Now let's apply it to the noise part. So do that again. I know it's a little tedious. No, that's a noise gate. We don't want noise gates. Noise reduction. Okay, that time you hit, okay.
Hurdle number 1, general practice. Get a feel for...
You can't hear it through the headphones, but when you put it on and you hear yourself talk a little quieter, then there you go. Other things, well, you saw me do this. This gets your cursor to the beginning. So, you want to record again? No matter where you are, you're recording, it's always you're going to record at the end. You can use spacebar to play and stop recording as well as pause. So, play.
Hurdle number 1.
Stop. Let's delete this. Let's go to the end. Record. Oh, I want to stop recording. Spacebar. Easy peasy, right? So we use this to go back. Obviously, I'm stroking out. Play, pause. This is to go back to the beginning of the thing. This is for looping. So in this case, you want to hear this part over again. You just enable looping.
Acting as a whole. 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 Acting as a...
Okay, I'll stop. Then to disable, just click it. You can't get rid of these bars. Those will always be there, I think. But again, I don't know much. Another thing is compressing. Oh wow, this is really loud. I don't like this. It's a big no-no. It's deafening to my ears. It's hurting me. So you go to Effects again. Effects will be your go-to thing besides tracks, and that's more for aligning your tracks or muting your tracks, or I don't know what soft tracks. Like I only use it for muting and aligning. For muting, I literally just hit the mute button. Effects is effects. I've never used this. This is your volume. This is the gain. You want more sound in the left ear. You want more in the right. I'm jumping the gun. This is obviously your overall, let's just do this first before I do the compress.
Hurdle number 1.
That's loud, right? So let's go down. You can, if you don't like using the knob, like doing this, you can double click. There you go. We'll go to -5.
Hurdle number 1, general practice.
So we're going to just go back to 0. And then we're going to compress this. So you got to highlight over the area you want to compress. Now this is very weird and tricky, is if you cover the whole thing will be compressed. So if you say you want this little section right here that's like really like a tall mountain and you want it to look more like the small little mountain right here, you just highlight that little bit, go to volume and compression, compressor. Is this what I put? I don't know if this is default or not. So you apply. Oh look, it looks smaller.
Hurdle number 1.
But then obviously you're gonna have to do that. If you have done it already, there's a great quick thing to keep compressing. There you go. Repeat compressor. Control R. So just all you have to do, highlight. Oh, these two are really loud. I don't like that. Control R. Oh look, it did it real quick. Control R. It did it again. And then if you wanted to delete a whole, if you want to select, let's just say we do new track.
For hearing your own voice. For hearing your own voice. Recording.
It's like, okay, now I want to select everything for a saving and export. So we do Control Shift Alt, or is it Shift Alt? My bad, not Control. Control Shift is, I'm thinking of exporting. So you selected everything. Do you want to mute it all? Oh no. Do you want to delete this all? Oh no. What have I done? Control Z for thing. That's also right here. Okay, undo, redo. We're not going to say this because I just deafened you guys again. I do apologize. These are your different tools in which you can use to like edit anything. This is more for volume, I believe. This is for, I can't remember. This was something, I'm going to recommend a video series. And then this is for like the multi-tool. This is for anything and everything. This is your magnifying glass. So say like you want to look at the scope of your thing. Oops, a little much. It's like, okay, wow, the scope. Say you did something for like 2 hours. And you broke it up into like 3 different lines. Oh, here we go. And then, or say you have something as small as 30 seconds, and you'd be like, wait, something right here is really small. So you click it, you zoom in. Ah, right here, there's a little bar right there. Let's just, it sounds like it sounds like something like it should not be there. And then you just highlight it, you mute it, and you zoom back out. What does these do? I have no idea. I've never used them. And then let's just say you want to now send this jibber jabber I've created. You want to save this and you want to send it to someone. So we'll go first you save, Control S. I'm not actually going to save. These are all a bunch of additions I did. I shouldn't have showed you this. It's not that big a deal. So then you go save and then you go Control Shift E for exporting. When you're exporting, sometimes you'll be asked to do in WAV, which is a little outdated, I heard. The most standard is MP3. And then these are all the other ways you can export your files. The two I know are WAV and MP3, obviously MP4, but I don't think I have it here. Obviously, you want mono for voiceover work. Auditions. Not auditions. Where you want to save the file, where you're naming the file. Excuse me. Bitrate is always going for me is preset. I don't know what that is. This I had it on standard and there was a little low, so I went a little higher. Could be wrong. And then obviously 48 hertz is what you want. And then you hit export. I'm not gonna hit. Oh. Also, if you have multiple different things, or if you have multiple different whatever, or if you want to just say you have 3 different like tracks here and you record it and you just want to do the current selected track, you can just do that. You don't have to export the entire project. But if you want to do the entire project, do that. If you want to, I think it's called batching, is where you export it in multiple different files and it batches it together into, I think, one file, but it does like separate different saves. I could be wrong. Again, I did this once, and then when I was trying to send it to a customer or a client, it was not accept the platform was only accepting one large file, and I was like, oh, bejesus. So we're going to stop there for that because I'm pretty sure I've gone on long enough. Oh, God. Another 20-minute video. Well, I probably just confused and annoyed the heck out of all you guys. Yeah, I hope I was somewhat entertaining. Here's your fun for... Oh, the book in question. Oh, God, let me get it. It is written by two very prolific and prominent voice actors in the industry. Yuri Lowenthal, if you don't know who he is, he was the voice of Sasuke in Naruto. Why do I keep doing that with an accent? And Tara Platt. She was the character. She plays Elizabeth in Persona 3. I think she continued that role as one of the characters in Persona, one of the twin wardens in Persona 5. I could be wrong. These two, they are married. They are happily married because they're awesome. And they wrote this book together. This is their second version. There's, I think, the second edition. And it gives you a whole plethora of stuff towards voice acting. It's on Amazon. I think it's $20 Canadian. I bought mine for, I think, it was $23. But I've only read the first chapter, and very interesting. Obviously, if you're on book, you can highlight certain parts. You can, pull back the corners and be like, oh, wow, this is interesting. I'm going to read this later or reread it again. But I have, again, rambled on for the umpteenth time. Check out multiple things. Some new stuff get 30-day trials, 60-day trials, and if not, you can always look up YouTube videos. They'll show you, oh, here's Pro Tools, here's Apple Pro Logic, oh, here's Cubase, here's a Reaper, here's Audacity, and so on and so forth. You guys have a good evening, and I'll see you in the next video.